Hey, it's James Woods, aka That Yoga Dude, with Feel Free to Feel Free. I'm jumping into my weekly emails, and thank you all so much for opening emails, clicking, and checking them out. And last week I sent out an email about gas. I said I got some gas. I'm working on my gas. So managing anxiety is something real for me. I got a lot on my plate, got a lot of things on my mind. I think I struggled with anxiety for a long time, but not really realizing what it was. Just kept burying it under more work, the next thing, around the next corner, next relationship, more money, whatever the situation was, to help me feel like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then that'll be whatever I need to make me feel enough. Lose that feeling of anxiety that was so familiar to me, I didn't even recognize it as something outside of myself. So being able to get into mental health, therapy, yoga practice, exercise and things, and having those times and spaces where I let go of the anxiety, when they come back, I'm like, oh yeah, this is something I don't want. And a thing that kept popping up for me to deal with my anxiety was gas. Now, I didn't put it all together like this, but putting it together has helped me to be consistent with it. Because if I'm not consistent, anxiety will be. Having a consistent practice that I can perform on a daily basis, sometimes throughout the day, helps me manage my anxiety and get back to my day. Because anxiety can rob me away from the things that I want to do, or the tasks that I have to do and I'm responsible for, or the things that I enjoy doing. So being able to have a practice where I can manage my anxiety is crucial to me feeling free. All right, now whatever freedom is for you, go ahead and take those steps towards your freedom. I want to go over a little bit more about what gas is. Gas is fuel, all right? Fueling your true self, fueling your freedom. Because if you do not fuel your freedom, you will burn out. All of your fuel will be drained and used towards another gas. So in my research on gas, I discovered another gas from a gentleman named Hans Selye. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but Hans Selye was a physicist who studied stress and how stress impacted the body. Now, Hans gas was all about how to be aware of stress. Hans Selye's gas stands for General Adaptation Syndrome. All right, so General Adaptation Syndrome from Hans Selye was about how we acknowledge stress and recognize it. So first in the gas, the General Adaptation Syndrome from Hans Selye was the alarm stage. So these phases that are broken up. The first stage is alarm, like, yo, I feel some stress here. The initial reaction to stress where the body perceives a threat and responds with heightened alertness. All right, so I'm walking the other day. I stepped on the back of my son's foot, his heel, boom, as he's walking, and he turns around and looks like he wants to just punch me in the face. And he's like, I felt threatened. You stepped on the back of my heel. I freaked out. I felt threatened. And he responded with aggression. And I couldn't even be mad at him because I hate it when somebody step on the back of my heel, you know, the grocery cart hit the back of your heel and stuff. You just ready to. So you have that first initial action or whatever, and then you feel threatened. So that's the alarm stage. You're alarmed now, you're awake, somebody's coming into your space, whatever, you feel threatened. That is the first phase in Hans Selye's gas, where your body is starting to become stressed out. Now, that threat could be from the boss, that threat could be from that bill that ain't paid, that threat could be from that person who has an attitude with you or whatever. The threat can come from anywhere. And then we have resistance stage. All right, and then we got number 2, the resistance stage in Hans Selye's General Adaptation Syndrome, how the body responds to stress. How we combat all the stress that comes about in our world, job, personal life, whatever. In our second of that, he says resistance stage, the phase where the body attempts to adapt to the stressor, maintaining balance while expending energy. All right, so I'm trying to keep this job by expending more energy because the boss told me I gotta do this, so all right, let me do this. But then something's going on at home and that's falling off. So now I gotta maintain this. And then something goes on at church. So now I gotta maintain this. So we're trying to resist the stress by adding more here, which of course takes away from there, and then adding more here takes away from there. So on that second stage is the resistance stage. I got it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna white knuckle it, I'm gonna get through it, I'm gonna make it happen. And then we have the exhaustion stage. If the stress persists without resolution, the body's resources deplete, leading to burnout and illness. You've been trying to fight this thing. You tried several different things, or you've been trying the same thing over and over because back when you were 17, you was able to just push through, and you can work late, and you can make the money by going and doing something else, or you can have a conversation, or you can just ignore the situation and problem. But the problem has persisted, and your resources have been depleted. You only got so many hours in the day. You only have so much energy, and they are being depleted because you have not found a resolution for your stress. Now you burnt out. Now you sick. Now you done with it. Now you want to move to something else. You have the need for more gas. Now, and the gas that I'm talking about, the gratitude, the awareness, and the success. We're talking about having that first initial gratitude, because when you're in that situation, when your body has to adapt to a stressor, you are focused on the stressor more than you are focused on the things that are helping you out, the things that are not stressing you, the things that can help to take you out of that stressor. You lose gratitude, you lose sight of that, and you get into a space of frustration and anger, and you get into a space of irritation, and you get into a space of hopelessness and lostness if you do not find gratitude in that space. So the first thing I do in the morning is go into my gratitude practice. What is something I am grateful for? Maybe I caught that sunset. Maybe I stopped at the right time. Maybe I went a little bit further than I knew I could. Whatever it is, having gratitude for, calling it forth in my mind and having a practice of gratitude for it. Like, yeah, I appreciate that. That's something that's good that's going on in my life, because sometimes when we burn out, we don't remember that it's good going on in our life. Having that practice of gratitude. And I give you, in this email, I have a whole bunch of other steps you can take for your gratitude practice. Some practical steps, such as grounding tools, getting grounded in your sense of who you are and everything that you got. And a gratitude journal, gratitude in action, taking some steps to express gratitude to someone. Gratitude visualization, that's cool. Being in a quiet moment of visualizing everything you're grateful for, even the things that I ain't even here yet. And after you get that gratitude down, stepping into a sense of awareness. Now, awareness started out for me with, I want to be aware of the things that I need to let go. I want to be aware of the things that I need to forgive, the people that I need to be forgiven. I need to be aware of where my mind is and racing all over today. I want to be aware of where my finances is, what I need to be aware, and not just let things kind of float all over the place. And then it turns to, I also need to be aware of my body. What's going on in my leg, what's going on in my back, what's going on in my head. I need to be aware of my body. So having a sense of awareness, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever I want to have awareness of, bringing that awareness in, being alert, not just starting the day and jumping straight to the phone or jumping straight into some other work, or I have to be aware of something outside of me, but a sense of awareness within me, so I can not let anxiety take over me. Because if I know, all right, yeah, my hip hurt, my back hurt, that's just where I'm at right now, then I can breathe into it, and then I can start taking some practices. Okay, if my back hurt, that means I need to stretch it out. So I'm gonna make time to do that. If I understand that my mind is all over the place, all right, I need to make sure I read, or I need to make sure I put a meditation app on my phone, something that can calm me down. Just knowing where I'm at instead of, I'm up, and now I gotta do these 5 things. These 5 things gotta get done, despite where I'm at. No. Where I'm at, it comes first. Then these things get done. Where you at? Know where you're at before you get going. The last one is being able to set intentions for a day of success. It could just be, I'm gonna get up and take my shower. I'm gonna get up and do one push-up. I'm gonna get up and eat a healthy breakfast. I'm just gonna take one step towards whatever I call success for that. It could be physical success, you wanna get your health right. It could be financial success. It could be relational success. What's one step you are going to take? Identify that one task. It could be a very small task, and then set one clear, achievable intention behind it. And then you can also have one clear win for the day. I got my shoes on. I can celebrate that. That's a celebration. So having that one thing can give you also that mega celebration. So try it out in the morning, try it out at night, whatever you want to do. But give yourself some gas. Give yourself some gas so you don't run out of gas, all right? Thank you so much for y'all who responded to the email. I hope this is helpful. And if you want me to do more of these explanations about the principles, the tools, the strategies I use to manage my stress and anxiety and to beat burnout, please just let me know in the email and I can get these to you. Thank you. And as always, feel free to feel free and namaste. Peace.